Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden. Today we're going to make a junk journal natural notebook. But first I'd like to give a shout out to Joyce, Vicky, Nancy, Helen, Princess Jewel, Anita, and Mackenzie. I appreciate each and every one of you. So this is my prototype that I made. And I just filled it with some jelly print papers that I worked on yesterday and a little piece of dictionary page, coffee dyed paper, some more gel printing. Now you can put whatever pages you want inside and however many you want to put in. But that's how this turned out. I thought it was really cute and I thought I'd show you how I made it. So first what we need to do is take a piece of cardstock and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 inches across by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches down. And you want to fold it right in the middle. So when I first made this, I cut the window out first and then I collaged around it. And I thought, I think it might be easier if we collage it first and then cut the window. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. So I've got a few little pieces of coffee dyed papers and some dictionary papers and a little bit of this, and I've got some lace for later on. But let's first ink around the outside. I think that's real important. And I'll do that and be right back. All right, we've got that taken care of. So let's begin with our little collaging. If you like my video, would you please share? I'm really trying to grow my channel, and I do have a giveaway going on still. All you have to do is subscribe to enter that. But let's get on with this. I'm just going to put some glue down on the cardstock. And I am going to ink it, even though it might get covered up. I'm not sure. It is a super windy day today. And we're having a frost warning. We had one last night, but there really is one tonight. It's going to be, I think, a record low tonight. I covered a few things up that I had started outside that I really didn't want to get zapped. I'm not sure that it would, but I went ahead and covered it just to make sure. It's always so disappointing when you've worked on something and it's growing very well and then all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. So we're just going to collage along here. I think I'm going to put it right up here, just like that. So I'm going to finish this collaging, and I'll be back and show you what it looks like in our next step. All right, so I have it all collaged, so I'm going to turn it on the back side, and I am going to trim it. Trim it. Now I've refolded it, and I got to decide. I think that is definitely going to be the back. I like all this hodgepodge on the front. Of course, I'm going to be cutting this part out, but I do think I like that better than this, I think. Okay, I think I want this side. So here comes the tricky part. We're going to use this cutter. It's called Clear Cut Punch, and it's a square. So first I would like to set my card between two lines so I can kind of judge where this is going to go. And I think if I plant this about right here, to make sure it's straight. Don't want to get my head in here, but I need to see if it's straight. I'm going to put this here. Our next piece is, right here. Our next piece is right here. There, it's snapped on it. There it is. Now it's snapped on. Now I'm going to put, alrighty, turn it on this side and see, are we pretty? Well, no, we're a little crooked. It's the paper I have to move, not the punch. Got to see. Are we straight with the world? I think we're fairly straight here. We're going to give it a shot. I hope it goes through all of this. Did it cut? That's glued and everything, remember, guys? I'm going to set it on the floor and cut. Push on it and it will. Oh yeah, I think we made it through that time. Yes, we finally made it through. Sorry, I had to take it and put it on the floor. Here came the piece out. It wasn't, oh, how cute. It's a little further down on this side, but you know what? We can cut it. We can cut this and make it what we want. So here we are here, and I think I want it cut right there. So I'm going to make a mark right here and right here, because if I cut this part off, I will like that much, much better. I'm going to go use the guillotine. I'll come back and show you what that looks like. Oh yes, I really like that a lot better. So now we're going to need to ink around the edges again, since we collaged it. Got a little issue right there where the collage was on the corner. Let's see, let's just trim this off. Or tear it. That would probably be better. Go with the theme a little better. There, fix that right up. Okay, so now I'd like to add a little bit of lace to this front part. And I just want to add it here and there. Don't want it everywhere, but I do want some on here. And I'm going to stick it on with the fabric tack. Go ahead and get this to come on down while I'm placing a few things here and there. Get the glue off the tip there. I'm just going to add some right down here. How long is this? All the way down. Place it right there. Here. And right here. Little pink piece right up here. Stuck to my finger. Yes, I think it needs a little something right here on the bottom. I think that looks very nice. Alrighty, let's give this a trim. There we go. I really like that. We now need to get our piece of acetate. I'm going to cut me a piece of mine. There we are. There's a piece of acetate right there. And we're going to get our flower. Now, in the first one, the prototype, I used a fern leaf. This one, I have a pressed lavender flower. I thought that would look beautiful in there. So I pressed both of these, the fern and the lavender, using just the book method. You just put it in when it's fresh into the book, and then put more heavy weight on top of the book, and you wait until it's dry. A quicker method is to use the microwave flower press, and I will write that information down below in the description if anybody wants to do it that way. I'm thinking we're going to have to cut this stem off a little bit. It's too long. So I'm going to put it down this way, I believe. I want to cut this stem right there. And I need to cut my piece of acetate to fit a little bit better. Let's see here. Cut it off straight. I guess I'll just cut it off straight both ways. Yes, that fits that much better. So I'm going to open up the piece of acetate, and I'm going to lay down my lavender. I think I want it to bend upward. It's kind of hard to see because this acetate is clear, of course, and kind of lose it on there. My eyes are having a hard time finding it. I know you guys are. And then I'm going to put my other piece on top. Let me see if I can move this so I can see it better. Oh boy. I'm trying to see because it cut in two pieces. It usually stays together. I think. Man, I have a hard time seeing that. Okay, that'll be fine. Now put this in position and open this up and go ahead and put your, I use fabric tack. It works well. Doesn't come off of the acetate. If you have something else you like to use, then by all means go ahead and use it. I didn't want to put that there. All right, whoops. I'm going to shut this window. Position this where we want it. And shut the window. Now I am going to open this up and put some more to adhere the acetate two pieces together, since mine came in two separate pieces, just like that. Now I'm going to trim the acetate off. If I can see even where it's at. Okay, just going to do it this way, guys. Sorry, my hand was in the way. What do you think? I think it's beautiful. Now we're going to need to cover this part. So, all right, I have another piece of coffee dyed paper. When we put this on here, this window is going to show this side. So I would like to decorate that side. I'm going to set this aside for just a second, and I am going to get my milled lavender, and I'm just going to put some pink here and there. Since I'm not real sure where that window is, I'm just going to put it all on this side where I want it to be. Okay, and then I would like to get my gathered twigs, and I'm just going to highlight a little bit, not much. It just helps show up the pink a little better. This is already coffee dyed pretty well. One more thing I would like to do is I would like to get my black ink, and I would like to get my script stamp, and just give it a little bit of a, just like that. Sorry for all the reaching. So it looks like this. So now we're going to take our page. Our script's going to be upside down. Is that going to make it? No, it's not. Yes, it is. Is that going to bother anybody? Kind of bothers me. Okay, we're going to do it again. So, lesson learned. Pay attention which side your paper is so you don't go upside down like we just did. Oopsie. It's okay. We can do this side too. That will just be covered up. No one will ever see that side. Only you and I will know that that happened. Okay. I'm going to do it again. And we're going to get our black ink once more. And our script. There we are. Now, this will be, it's just very faint. This will be much better. Again, I put it upside down, so I'm going to, it's like the time I sewed the signature in, right, guys? Look, I made it upside down again, but you know what? I don't think it really matters. Look, this is what I could do. It's like the time I sewed the signature in. There, no, that works just fine. Okay, so now we're going to need to glue this part so we can stick the backing onto it. Okay. We are going to trim around this. Oh, so pretty, right, guys? Oh my, I don't know if you can really see how pretty that is. You can't even tell that it just looks like writing. All right, so we're going to trim it. There we go. So very nice. And we are going to help bend it. Oh my goodness, guys. Isn't that looking great? Oh, I love it. Okay. I'm going to ink this. Now what I'd like to do is just clip off the corner just a little bit. I just don't want it to be a point, that's all. Just don't want it to be a point. Didn't even measure, just kind of plopped it off. Now I'm going to need to put some papers inside. Oh my gosh, you guys. So pretty. Let me get my papers. All right, I have some papers, some more of the gel printing, and a dictionary page, some coffee dyed paper, and some more gel printing. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and round the corners on these. Just like that. and decide how I want to place this in. Then we have to decide how we want, I don't want this one in though, just want these in, how we want them. So the first page will be like this, and the second, and the third. I think I want this a little further in, and the fourth. Okay, now what I'd like to do is place them in here and take some clips and secure it in. Oh, before I do that, I need to sew around everything. Just like I sewed around this, because it really does make it pop. So I'm going to sew this around here, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I went ahead and I sewed all around the edge, and I did some extra little zigzaggy stitches here. I thought that kind of brought it out. And since I was showing you how I clipped the pages in, I went ahead and clipped the pages in and sewed it in so that I can show you how it looks. I haven't even opened it yet. So here's our cover and our first page with our gel prints, coffee dyed paper, little dictionary page, the rest of the gel prints. Oh, you guys, I think it turned out beautiful. I am so glad you joined me. And if you enjoyed the video, please share it with your friends. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.